Best of Brian Tracy. Brian Tracy books, a summary of lessons learned. Here we're going to go over some of the best lessons learned that Brian Tracy has ever taught. Take responsibility to lead your life. Brian Tracy says there's a strong relationship between the responsibility people take and their income. Responsibility means always looking forward and not looking at people to blame. And that includes you. I love when Tracy says that you are not guilty, but you are responsible for the way you react to the situation and how you conduct yourself. Everything is contained in your response. Tracy says that people who take responsibility for their own life are positive, confident, and self-reliant. Even psychologically, they tend to be more optimistic, happier, and more mentally healthier. As a matter of fact, psychology says that there's a direct relationship between the amount of responsibility you take in a certain area of your life and how much you feel in control of that area, and a direct relationship between how much you feel you control and how much freedom you have in that area. Taking responsibility also makes you much less likely to hold negative emotions because you don't have brain capacity to blame others. Every time you're getting negative, repeat to yourself that you are responsible. Brian Tracy's 7 mental laws. Brian Tracy lists 7 laws. Number 1, the law of internal locus of control. Internal locus of control means that you believe you are in control of your life. If you have external locus of control, you feel helpless, are sadder, get angrier easy, and are more prone to depression. If you feel you are in control of your life and the master of your own fate, you are energetic and optimistic. Number 2, the law of cause and effect. What you reap today is what you sowed yesterday. For every effect in your life, there is a specific cause. If you have an effect in your life that you do not enjoy, you need to trace it back to the causes and get rid of them. The change of your outer experience is a causation of the changes in your inner experience. Change the quality of your thinking and you change the quality of your life. Self-mastery, self-discipline starts with taking charge of your own thoughts. It begins with accepting that no situation can make you feel anything if you don't allow. It is your thinking of a certain situation that makes you feel a certain way. Number 3, the law of belief. What you believe with annexed feelings is what will manifest. This is why you got to overcome your limiting beliefs. This is from Think and Grow Rich. Number 4, law of expectation. Whatever you expect with confidence becomes your own self-fulfilling prophecy. A set of expectations with strong repercussions has been set for us by our parents, and we tend to live up or down to those expectations. Same for bosses. But you can obliterate all past and current expectations if you decide to set for yourself a positive set of expectations. You can become an inverse paranoid and believe the universe is conspiring to make good things happen to you. Expect the best of yourself in every situation that you're going to gain and learn and become better from any situation. Number 5, the law of attraction. Subset of law and effect. You are a living magnet. You inevitably attract into your life people and situations in harmony with your dominant thoughts. Number 6, the law of correspondence. It says, as within, so without. It says that your outer world is a reflection of your inner world. Number 7, the law of mental equivalency. Thoughts objectify themselves. Your thoughts, vividly imagined and repeated, charged with emotion, become your reality. Tapping your subconscious mind. Brian Tracy says that your subconscious mind records all the past beliefs and behavior. It records all of them and keeps you on track on those. Importantly, it also records all the limits of your comfort zone and works to keep you within them. Start seeing everything you do and everything happening to you as adding up one more block for you to becoming the great man you were destined to be. Law of subconscious activity. Any idea or thought that you accept as true in your conscious mind will be accepted unquestionably by your subconscious mind, and your subconscious will immediately begin work to bring it into reality. All your words, actions, and body language set a pattern consistent with your dominant thoughts and goals. Law of attraction. Law of concentration. Whatever you dwell upon grows. The more you think about something, the more it becomes a part of your reality. Dwell on thoughts of love, courage, hope, confidence, etc., and meditate on these daily. Law of substitution. Your conscious mind can only hold one thought at a time, and you can substitute one thought for another. This crowding out principle deliberately allows you to replace a negative thought with a positive thought. This allows you control of your emotional life. Stop thinking about the problem and start thinking about the solution. Law of habit. Mentally speaking, in the absence of affirmative decision and determined effort, you'll continue doing and thinking the same forever. Earn the same, have the same friends, drive the same. Changing your habits is not easy, but it's key. The secret is to keep repeating what you want to become a habit. Forming good habits is hard, but makes for an easy life. Self-esteem. Brian Tracy says that you can make yourself into an extraordinary living being by setting high values and then disciplining yourself to live by them on each occasion. There are 3 parts of your personality and self-concept. Number 1, self-ideal, the person you would most admire and want to be like, future you. Number 2, self-image, the way you see yourself and think of yourself, which guides your performance and behavior, your present you. Number 3, self-esteem, which is given by how you feel that your current behavior are consistent with the best person you could possibly be. For most people, your self-ideal is an unconscious process, and you begin to improve yourself and your life once you bring this process to a conscious level and then do some thinking and actioning on it. Goal setting. Brian Tracy hits you hard when he says that with those without a goal end up working for those with a goal. He who's got the skills of goal setting down pat is either very rich or very happy or both. The law of concentration says whatever you dwell upon grows. Whatever you dwell upon continuously will eventually come to fruition. Brian Tracy says that goals are even a way to happiness. When you're sad, think about your goals. People don't set goals for the following reasons. They're not serious and have no real desire. They're talkers rather than doers. But the actions count, not the words. They haven't accepted responsibility for their lives. They are afraid of failure. 5 goal categories. Use these 5 categories to set goals. Imagining you have no limitations. You will only evaluate and set priorities later. Number 1, physical. Physical health and longevity are things you'd like to do, like ride a boat, skydive, climb a mountain. Number 2 is mental. All the things you'd like to learn and understand, skills you need. 3, emotional. Quality of relationships you want to have with spouse, parents, friends, co-workers, self-esteem. Number 4 is spiritual. Quality of your inner life and inner development. Reach a wonderless and peace with the universe, peace of mind. Number 5, financial and career. Earn the money you need to do all the other things. How are the other people doing differently? And number 6 is social. Your goals for making a contribution. Superior men always feel a responsibility for the greater good. Questions to ask. Number 1, what are the 5 most important values for you? This reply comes before setting your goals. Number 2, what are your 3 most important goals right now? Answer in 30 seconds. Number 3, how would you spend your time if you only had 6 months to live? Number 4, how would you change your life if you won $1 million tomorrow? Number 5, what's something you always wanted to do but were afraid to do? Number 6, what do you enjoy most in your life? What do you love to do? And number 7, if you were guaranteed success, what exciting dream and goal would you set? Prioritize. Since you can end up with many goals, you should sort and prioritize. You can use the ABC method. A for important and exciting. B, you'd like but not as important. And C, least important. You can then take all the A's and then move them to another list. At the point, you can add another layer, A1, A2, to further sort out. Brian Tracy reminds us to keep in mind what you naturally do best and enjoy doing while prioritizing goals. It is said that luck is when preparedness meets opportunity or when goals meet natural talent. 5 basic principles. Congruency. Your goals and your values must fit together like hand in a glove. Area of excellence. It may change, but you should put your effort into what you love the most and possibly what you're already good at. Balance. Make sure that your goals are set in different areas, are complementary to each other and don't work against one another. And mission statement. The number 1 goal, which is the most important of all. To find our possible mission statement, ask yourself which goal, if I will achieve it, will do the most to achieve all other goals. 12 ways to achieve your goals. Brian Tracy says that the moment you realize you can achieve any goal, you become unstoppable. Desire. Burning intense desire. The motivational force of power to overcome the fear or inertia that holds most people back. Dwell on your desires till they override and push aside your fears. Desires are personal. Decide what you really want. Belief. Conviction. You must absolutely believe it is possible to achieve your goal. You must have complete faith that you desire the goal and it will come to you exactly when you are ready for it. Nurture your faith and beliefs until they deepen to an absolute conviction that your goal is attainable. Belief is the catalyst to activate your subconscious. Belief is the catalyst to activate your subconscious. Write it down. Goals that are not in writing are not goals at all. They are merely wishes. When you write a goal down, you crystallize it and make it tangible. List all the ways you benefit from achieving the goal. Reasons why are forces that intensify your desire. Motivation depends on your motive, and the more reasons you have, the more motivated you will be. Your reasons why must be uplifting and inspiring. They must be big enough to drive you onward. It is when you have a big reasons for achieving your goals that you develop the intensity and purpose that makes you irresistible. If your reasons are big enough, your beliefs solid enough, and your desires intense enough, nothing can stop you. Analyze your starting point. Determining your starting point gives you a baseline to measure your progress and lets you know exactly how much you have to do to achieve. The clearer you are about where you are coming from, the more likely you will be to get where you want to go. Set a deadline. Set a deadline on all tangible goals. People resist setting deadlines for fear of not meeting them. Think about your goal by projecting forward till after you've completed it and imagine the steps you took to get there. Then think backwards from the achievement to the goal. List all the obstacles to achieve your goals. If there are no obstacles, it is probably not a goal and more likely an activity. Make a list of obstacles, then arrange them in order to biggest to smallest. The biggest obstacle is your rock. You will need to remove the first. Obstacles are the flip side of success and achievement. Your rock may be internal or external. Be honest. Identify additional information you need to achieve your goal. The most successful people have more essential information than others. Make a list of all the information, skills, talents, abilities, and experience you will need, then make a plan to learn, buy, borrow, or attain these as quick as possible. List all the people whose help and cooperation you will require. To accomplish anything worthwhile, you need other people. People will help you accomplish your goals once you have shown them a willingness to help achieve theirs. Make a list and order it. Make a plan. Write out in detail what you want, when you want it, why you want it, then make a list of activities ordered by priority. Many activities can be worked on simultaneously, or others have to be done in sequence. Once you have all the actions listed in value for the plan, then you start. The more detailed and better organized your plans, the more likely you are to reach your goals exactly as you have desired them. Visualization. Create a clear mental picture of your goals as if it would appear if it was already achieved. Project this picture over and over again in the screen of your mind with emotion. Make the decision in advance that you will never ever give up. Back your goals and plans with persistence and determination. Never consider the possibility of failure. Never think about quitting. Hold on no matter what happens. Of all the qualities to develop, your ability to persevere is the most important. Maximizing productivity. Brian Tracy says that good working habits can be summarized with two things: focus and concentration. Focus means clarifying regarding the final result you want. It's like a lens, and you need continually adjust your lens to make sure that what you're working on is the most important you could be doing. Concentration means the ability to stay with the task until it's 100% complete. 6 steps to creating the quality of concentration common to all successful people. Number 1, clear your workspace of everything except what you need for the highest priority at hand. Number 2, organize your working day by creating chunks of time and allow plenty of time. Don't rush things and just do the task at hand, nothing else. Keep in mind the last 20% is usually the most productive because your mind warmed up and is fully into the task. Number 3, hard, sustained, concentrated effort is central to achieving. Number 4, develop a compulsion to closure and completion. Refuse to give yourself a reward until the job is 100% complete, and give yourself a reward when you complete an important task. Number 5, program yourself with commands. Use a trigger when your attention wanders. Back to work. And number 6, single-handedly discipline yourself to stay with the task until it's done. Psychology of success. Overachievers enjoy more financial success and are happier with their money, enjoy more family success, and take more joy out of family life, find more life success, finding more meaning and contribution. It happens for a reason. Number 1, greater capacity of coping with disapproval. Move ahead quicker and don't worry as much. Number 2, are more action orientated. 3, use effective thoughts to cope with negative emotions. Substitution, focus on what you can do something about. Number 4, engage in less superstitious thinking. Don't believe in good and bad omen. Number 5, better mental skills to cope with failure. Failure is a part of learning and doesn't lower self-esteem. So they take more risk and keep working even if it can mean some more failure. Number 6, they don't think in categorical terms. 7, practical optimism, positive but not naive. 8, think positively but prepare for other possibilities. And number 9, embrace new experiences and leave comfort zone. 6 qualities of high performers. Number 1, see themselves as self-employed. They accept 100% responsibility, see whatever happens in the company as affecting themselves. Look for ways to improve their organization, are team players and result focus. All good leaders were good followers. All opportunities will open up once you start taking full responsibility for your organization. Number 2, they have a clear sense of direction, a career plan. 3, unshakable level of optimism. They know that self-confidence, self-trust, and self-esteem are key. Number 4, they are always self-teachable. Never become impressed by their intelligence, contrary to some grades. Number 5, develop mental resilience. It's not how hard you fall, it's how far you bounce. Successful people don't allow external events to dictate their emotions. And number 6, high level of persistence in face of adversity and disappointment. 7 keys to mental fitness to keep your self-esteem. Number 1, positive self-talk and affirmation. Use the law of substitution to tell yourself positive things. I like myself, or I'm the best, I'm sexy. Number 2, positive imaging. Create mental pictures of the man you want to be, or visualize yourself doing what you are about to do. Eventually, your subconscious accepts those ideas as true and as who you are. Number 3, positive mental food. Always feed your mind with positive books, movies, audiobooks. Number 4, positive people. Surround yourself with people you want to be like. Number 5, positive training and development. 6, positive health habits. And 7, positive actions. Applications of the law of reversibility. I think it's a key notion that Brian Tracy underlines when he says that in all mental work efforts defeats itself. If you wish to develop a new pattern of thought, the more you relax and don't try, the faster the thought is accepted by the subconscious mind. The law of reversibility says that feelings and actions interact on each other. If you feel a certain way, you will act in a manner consistent with your feeling. However, the reverse is also true. Just as feelings create actions consistent with the feelings, the actions create feelings consistent with the actions. I.e., you can act your way into feelings, and the feelings will then generate the actions consistent with it. The second application of the law of reversibility is that just an object of state, an accomplishment or a success of some kind, generate a subject of state. A feeling of happiness and achievement, a subject of state in reverse, will also create an object of state. I.e., if you arouse in yourself the emotions that will get in accomplishment of a goal or a solution of a problem, and you can hold that emotion, the feeling will create in your outer world the result that goes with it. Internalize in your subconscious. Here's a 5-step process to internalize in your subconscious the subject of state. Number 1, verbalize and affirm your desired outcome. Number 2, visualize and see the outcome. 3, emotionalize. You combine your affirmation and visualization and create the feeling. 4, release the situation from your mind with complete faith, as if someone will take care of that. And number 5, realization. Here are some ways to when and how to use these steps best. Use as many as you can, and whichever is best for you. Standard affirmation technique. Brian Tracy suggests to go to a quiet place, take 7 deep breaths, and relax. Read your goals and repeat 5 times. Visualize as if it were already achieved. Imagine how you'd walk, talk, and act. Emotionalize and create the feeling. Take another deep breath, exhale, and release the goal. If you do it in the morning, you will activate the law of attraction and alert reticular cortex to accomplish your goals. If you do it in the evening, your subconscious mind will work on the goals during the night, bringing you ideas and solutions in the morning. Quick affirmation technique. This technique is before non-recurring events like a sales call or a presentation or meeting. Close your eyes, Affirm, visualize, emotionalize, and release. See and feel the events going well, and then go to the meeting calm and confident. Every time you think about the event, use the law of substitution and use the technique rather than thinking about it with nervousness and anxiety. Autogenic conditioning. It is a process to systematically relax your body before you affirm, visualize, emotionalize, and release. It is a simple form. Lie down or sit in a comfortable chair. Close your eyes. Breathe deeply. Now you can start talking to the sixth part of your body. Arms, legs, chest, and head. Saying my left arm is becoming heavy and warm, and my left arm is now heavy and warm. In 10 minutes, you'll be deeply relaxed, and your mind will be in an alpha state and ready for deep programming. This technique is sometimes called auto-hypnosis, and it helps people overcome anxieties and helps improve physical skills by rehearsing the moves. Heterogenic conditioning. What others say to you. Think of what other people have told you or hear an audiobook saying the word you and saying what you desire to become. If you enter a deep state of relaxation and then play classical music, you will remember better. You can use tapes with positive messages. Make your own tapes. Conquest of fear. Brian Tracy says that life is of the risk takers, not the security takers. Successful people base decisions on desires and dreams, underachievers on fear and worries. The starting point to overcoming fear and developing courage is first of all to look at the fact that predispose us, and second, to analyze our fear objectively. We are all afraid. The question is how you deal with it. When you move towards what you're afraid, your fear diminishes and your self-confidence increases. When on the other hand you let fear dominate you, you are feeding the dragon until fear control all of your life. Law of practice. Everything that you practice over and over again will eventually become a new habit. This is the same for fear. If you practice doing the things you fear, fear will soon stop stopping you. Make a new habit to do the things you fear. If you do so, then the death of the fear is certain. Here are a few areas. The courage to begin. The courage to lounge, step out in faith, to move out of your comfort zone without guarantee of success. A professor teaching entrepreneurship made a study. The only thing that the successful ex-students had in common was that they were willing to start a business. The others who had done nothing were waiting for things to be just right and unwilling to launch themselves into the quarter of uncertainty. Life belongs to risk takers, not security takers. Life is perverse in the sense that the more security you see, the less you'll have. The more chances you take, the more likely it will be you'll have security. The courage to endure. The second step after you begin is the courage to keep going and endure in the face of difficulties. The courage to see yourself as you really are. The courage to accept as you are. Be honest with yourself. The courage to give up all excuses and accept responsibility. The courage of 100% commitment. Commit wholeheartedly to your job, your family, and yourself. Make a firm commitment that you will give all yourself in what you're engaged in. The courage to cut your losses. Brian Tracy recommends asking the following to know when it's time to cut your losses. Knowing what I know. Would I get involved with this person, relationship, business, investment? Would I make this decision now again? Admit if you've done a mistake. The courage to set big goals. Set big challenging goals and hold the dream of life you want to have. You need big dreams to conquer your fears. Crowd out fear. The mind can only hold one thought at a time. Have thoughts of courageousness, desire, and believe. You have to desire to become courageous and believe it's possible. Think and envision the new you. Think how you will be, how you will act courageously. Recall all the times you were courageous. Affirm the new you. I am calm, in control, and completely unafraid and genuine. Mastering worry. Number 1, define the problems you are worried about, often half the cure. Number 2, write the worst possible outcome. 3, resolve to accept the worst possible outcome. Now you're free. And number 4, improve on that worst situation. Stress management. Brian Tracy says that there are 2 kinds of people. Those who will try to forget the problems and pretend they don't exist, and those who confront them head on and early on. Crisis. If you push ahead for big goals, you always have crisis, and that's great. The way you respond to the events in life builds upon themselves until you will steel yourself up and become unstoppable. A success personality. People will like you and help you in direct relation with the way you make them feel. The law of indirect effort, law of reciprocity. Brian Tracy says that whatever you do unto others, others will do unto you. If you want others to respect you, you simply give them respect. This is also true in the sense that we feel the same way we make other people feel. A major area where people need help most of their times is in their self-esteem. So start by not lowering their self-esteem with weak-willed people. If you need to criticize their idea, say it in the third person. What if that person would say so? Many people have a tendency to want to get even when it's constructive criticism. Eliminate destructive criticism completely from your life. Don't even dwell on it. Don't talk about other people negatively. 5 laws to raise self-esteem. Number 1, be agreeable. Don't focus on winning debates and fights. Get along. If you really have to counter, then use a third party. Put the words in someone else's mouth. Say, what do you think our customers would say if they knew we were doing this? Or how do you think our investors would answer? Number 2, acceptance. Smile and accept people for who they are. Number 3, appreciation. Say thank you. 4 is gratitude. And last, number 5, approval. Praise people as soon as they do something right, especially do it in front of others. And that's a wrap on Brian Tracy Best of Lessons Learned. Check out our YouTube channel with over 400 video book summaries uploaded previously at Best Book Bits, and check our website bestbookbits.com, where you'll find 400 video book summaries that you can download in the written version to read offline in video categories such as biographies, business and marketing, habits, health, leadership, money, personal development, philosophy, psychology, real estate, relationships, sales, spirituality, success, and time management. If you're into the audio podcast, check out mixcloud.com/bestbookbits, where you'll find over 400 audiobook summaries to listen to at your pleasure. For daily posts and motivational quotes, follow us on Instagram at bestbookbits. Thanks for watching and listening. Hope you got something out of this Brian Tracy Best Lessons. Have a great day. Take care.